Hello YouTubers, Caby here today. It's the 14th of September and it's a nice lovely Saturday. Kind of cloudy, 20% chances of rain. I figured I'll come out here in the Osage Trail like I did last weekend and see if we have better luck this weekend trying to find any kind of mushrooms. Quite a few different ones I'm looking for, but pretty much anything will, as long as I can find any kind of mushrooms would be kind of nice. But hopefully I seen someone had stuck the old remnants of the sulfur shelf on the stick over there, so I'm gonna go down this trail, see if I can find where they might have gotten that piece from, to see if there's any signs of it coming on, or if it is already there. It would be really, really nice. But we're going to go through these trails today to see if we can find some armadillo honey mushrooms like I looked for last week and didn't find any, and see what else we can come across of. So we'll get down in this trail a little bit and see what we can find. Well, I've been out here for about 2.5 hours. I took the red trail, hoping, never taken it before. Figured I'd give it a try. I just never know. I might have better luck over there than I've had on all these other ones. But it's a little bit too overly traveled, too spread out, and not quite as dense as these woods right here are. And I followed it all the way around, and it actually brought me back over here to where the old yellow and purple trail is, where I used to find the mushrooms all the time. And that's just about maybe 20-30 feet into this, starting off of this trail. I'm actually going backwards, the normal route to normally take, so that I could see the different side of this trail, and come across this old tree right here where I had found the armadillo honey mushroom before. And last week I didn't have no luck at all, but this week, today, I actually come across some. These are the armadillo honey mushroom, the ringless honey mushroom. Like last week whenever I showed you those sulfur turfs, kind of looks just like them, same features and so forth. The only difference, this is the honey mushroom. See all this white spores of the mycelium? These have white gills, white pores. I'm trying to see if I could find one of these that might have the actual spore print on it, but these have white spore prints. Now you can see some of the spore prints from down along the bottom there, but this is your honey mushrooms, the armadillo, the ringless ones. 4 different varieties that I know of, all pretty good eating. Just make sure not to eat it with, try not to drink any alcoholic beverage 12 hours prior or 24 hours after. They tend to inhibit the liver from breaking down alcohol. A lot of people who wind up getting sick eating these, it's not the mushroom that's making them sick, it's the fact they're drinking alcoholic beverages with them, and they wind up with alcohol poisoning. Just heads up, if you want to enjoy these mushrooms, these are little on the small side to harvest on that, but this is the old tree. Actually, it was only like 2 years ago when I found them on there before, but it's the first sign of actual mushrooms that I've seen. I seen a couple on the red trail, but they wasn't much of anything that worth filming for. Found a couple milky caps and an old large bracket polypore. Not the ones we're looking for. But there we go. Looks like I've got another one of those purple gilled lacaras. I believe so. Let's see if we can take a peek. Yep. Let's see. We go ahead and see the purple gills on it. Beautiful mushroom. Not out here harvesting today, more just enjoying the time and filming. Unless I get hungry, I might come back or if I find a few more of these, I'll harvest these bad boys and have myself a meal. Got my, ooh, there we go. Now there we go. See that right in there? Armadillo, honey. I think this is the ringless one. Beautiful. That's a nice little cluster. There's a nice little cluster there. That's a good harvesting one over there. But, ow, I got a sticker in my belly. That hurts. Oh. Yeah, but these are a little overpass too. They are a beautiful mushroom. I was hoping I'd find one that might have show some of the spore print on it, but we had a little bit of rain. It probably washed it off a bit there. But I'm gonna pause you for a little bit and take a little bit of gander around here a little more, see what else I can find. Hope you guys can see this right here in front of me. There's a beautiful little deer bedded down not too far from where I found those armadillo honey mushrooms. Didn't mean to spook her, but I wanted to share that with you guys. But she's right there, still standing there, watching me. See if I'm going to be any kind of threat or not. But I'll let you guys go. Well, didn't see a whole lot of mushrooms on this one here. It's been a little bit too dry. Need to wait till we get a couple good days of rain to come back out here. But I did find the armadillo honey mushroom. Wasn't much of it, but it was enough to show you guys what I've been looking for. But at least I know it's out here, and just need to wait for a couple more days of rain. And hope you guys enjoyed that deer that we saw back there. But I think I'm pretty much done foraging these trails. It's all kind of a little bit of dry. Hadn't seen a whole lot of much of anything. But we got some mushrooms right here. Looks like it's the Blackfoot polypore. Let's see if we can get in here and take a gander at this. Yep. This is the Blackfoot polypore. It gets its name because the stem of these mushrooms is black. It's a polypore. Really doesn't have anything as far like gills. It's more like and it's not edible because it's too rubbery. It's like a big hunk of rubber. But it is a pretty mushroom. Pretty sure it could be used for other medical purposes, but never one that I'm really mess with too much because, well, for one, it's not edible. But come to think about it, we're talking about rubber. Here's a little bit of, wait a second. Yeah, that Blackfoot polypore, with it being rubbery, reminded me of this old goldenrod right here. This old herb, which a lot of people see it as just a noxious weed, very invasive, pretty much takes over everything. There's like 120 different species of it. Some of it's been cultivated, sent to like places in Europe over there where they use it for medical purpose and all that back in the day. Matter of fact, one of the old Model Ts that Henry Ford and Thomas Edison, I think Henry Ford gave Thomas Edison one of those Model Ts, and the tires that were made out of it was made from this plant right here. Back in the World War II, there was a lack of rubber, and Thomas Edison experimented with this goldenrod and found it to be a good source of rubber, and used it back then. It also has a lot of medical purposes too. Indians, for an example, back in the day, used to chew on the leaves to relieve sore throats, and the roots to relieve toothaches. Also, a lot of practitioners back in the day used to use it as an herbal medicine, and used to bring it into like a toxin, which helped counter inflammation irritation caused by bacteria and infection of the kidney stones. It's a shame that we don't use this stuff anymore. Modern medicine has got us pretty much spoiled. We don't even use this stuff anymore. Now all we do is just spray it with weed killer, cut it out with bush hogs, and don't even tend to mess with it. But I think it's a very beautiful flower myself, and it's a shame we don't use it as much as we used to back in the day. Little goldenrod. They used to chew on these. The leaves of this is what they used to harvest the latex out of it to create rubber. But the whole plant's got a lot of medical purpose to it. The blooms, the leaves, the stems itself, and the roots. But figured I'd share that with you. I think I'm gonna call it a day and go find me something to eat and get back with you guys on the next tour.